I want to talk today about some interim results of an exciting project we've been engaging for the past year. But first, a little history. I came into Second Life 3 years ago, hoping that this virtual world thing might be of interest to my nonprofit organization. Preferred Family Healthcare is a large Midwestern U.S. mental health provider specializing in substance abuse prevention and treatment. When I first entered Second Life, the number of concurrent users was about 14,000. I was in awe of that, thought that it was amazing that you could potentially reach so many people all at once. Now, of course, the numbers are more like 55,000 to 80,000 people at a time. Even better, eh? But it didn't take me long to see that the geographical size of Second Life made this a moot point. It's not an impossible task, but there sure is a lot of driving involved. So, Second Life being as big as it is, I had to reconsider the opportunities. One thing that has been a challenge for the entire time I've been in the mental health field, which is longer than I care to mention, is delivering services to people who live in rural or frontier areas. Even in our home state of Missouri, there are a lot of people who live far from brick-and-mortar offices. So we decided to see if we could use Second Life, or at least the Open Grid version of Second Life, to address this problem, OpenSIM. We chose to install the Open Grid for control and confidentiality purposes. Today I will tell you a little bit about what we did and what the results are so far, and hopefully answer some questions for you. I'm happy to note that Brenna Benoit is here as well, sitting down here in front. Brenna is our virtual counselor. I'll refer you to the presentation screen behind me for a few notes and pictures. The Portal project is a way to provide continuing services to clients who had completed a residential treatment program with us and were going home to locations that were more than 20 to 25 miles from any office. We also decided to focus initially on youth, assuming they would, as a group, have the shortest learning curve for using avatars. All the youth in the project, as well as the control group, will have completed a 3 to 5 week stay in a residential facility with us. For those of you that may not be able to see the slides, I've been asked to relate them to you. The first slide says the Portal Project concept: deliver virtual online counseling to adolescents post-residential care living in rural settings. Coughran continues, prior to going back home, we make them familiar with the virtual world software and even give them a laptop to take with them. In the slide you can see that the predicted results were fewer dropouts, more service utilization, that is better attendance, and equal other outcomes. We delivered at the outset that having access to both group and individual counseling in a virtual setting would increase the number of clients who completed follow-up care, increase frequency of attendance, and have at least an equal success on other measures such as school participation, involvement with the legal system, etc. We were fortunate to win funding for the project. The Missouri Foundation for Health awarded us a 3-year Innovative Practices grant to study this theory of ours. In the slide you'll see it talks about funding, $300,000 US grant to treat 80 clients over 3 years by the Missouri Foundation of Health. We agreed to treat 80 clients aged 12 through 17 for that time period, and to compare their results with a control group. Here is a map of our counseling world, the portal. You can see on the next slide the arrangement of the 9 SIMs to which Coughran refers. At the moment, we're using all 3 SIMs along the bottom, and the center and right center sim as well, reserving the rest for future purposes. The lower left sim is the orientation for our clients. In this next slide, you can see what I'm assuming is the orientation area for the portal. I should note as well that Gentle Heron and her group let us use signs they produce for their main grid orientation, saving us a lot of time and money. Second Life collaboration among nonprofits and others is one of the coolest things about this world. We continued our fanciful theme into the spaces we created for the client to use for meetings. So we have a treehouse. And a giant soup can. Rather, under construction is a good description of them. And we have a building area for the clients to play with as well. We also have a very robust creative arts program in real life, so we made an art display area. The project started just a little over a year ago. For those that may not be able to see the slides, the current one shows a very imaginative art display area. Coughran continues, and in the first 12 months we enrolled 21 clients in the experimental group. What we've seen so far is extremely encouraging. 26.6% of the control group never finished the prescribed course of care. Less than 5% of the portal kids have been unsuccessful. Only less than 5% of the portal kids have been unsuccessful. 19 of the 21 portal clients are still engaged with the counselor. And only 7 of the 64 controls are still coming in for assistance. Many of these kids have completed with our blessings, so they're considered treatment successes, but they stop coming to see us after that. The portal participants just keep coming in. Even more spectacular, we think, are the engagement numbers. In the control group, the average monthly participation was 6 hours a month of either individual or group activities. With the portal clients, it was nearly 6 hours a week. So those who are meeting with us virtually or engaged for longer, meet us more often, and are much more successful overall than those using our real-life services. We feel that these results are likely to continue, and we've some great plans for year 2 of the project, including teaching some of our long-term participants to become volunteer mentors to new clients. This will be a whole new concept, but a very logical step to take with those who have been with us for a long time. A particular target will be the transitional age youth, defined as people from 18 to 24. This group is too old for traditional adolescent treatment, nor do they fit in well with our